All right, we have now entered the 60/30. We're going to do some round baling. I ended up baling 285 bales. Oh! Darn thing. That's I can haul 280 on my big gooseneck, so I'm going to bring it out here. It's not got anything on it, I hope. I mean, last I knew it didn't have anything on it. So every other trailer I got's got hay on it. Or I would have baled more. I'd like to have baled more. It was actually pretty good hay. I found a good spot over there. It had a lot of good hay in it, and very little weeds in it. So I was going to town on that, and still had more I could have baled, but I just feel like I'm throwing money away making these round bales. I hate round bales, but I was not prepared. It's my fault. I wasn't prepared to square bale today. I wasn't planning on it. I just didn't think that hay down there was as good as it's going to be, and turning off as much as it's turning off. So all my wagons are loaded. The baler's about out of twine. It's about out of spray. Diet Pepsi. Who drinks Diet Pepsi? Not me. Anyway, might have been the boy I had helping me. Oh, I was trying to get this rest of it rolled up so I can go get my wagons and start getting the square bales up. I don't want to leave the square bales out here overnight because the dew is just so terrible in the mornings. Like I said earlier, it's like it rains every night. So we're going to go ahead and roll the rest of it up and just get it over with. There's a big old blob of mud on the back glass. Good thing it didn't have a rock in it, busted it down. I'm sure it'd come off the pickup head. I need to turn everything on. Here we go. We'll just go on around the outside and get it all up. Get them out of the way. Got a similar moisture as I had in the square baler, so that's good, about 18%. Spray is pretty low on this thing. Hopefully I won't need a whole lot, but I am going to spray around these woods. Spray is just a preservative. It's kind of like a citric acid type stuff, and it just keeps the hay from molding. It doesn't affect the animals. Been used for years and years for hay. Not just by me, lots of people use it. Most all you bigger hay producers use it. It's really the secret to being able to get up good second cutting hay, in the east anyway, because it's almost impossible to get second cutting hay because of how late it is in the year, and then second cutting's a little harder to dry anyway. It's just really helps a whole lot. So you can go a little bit higher moisture with your hay and not have the spoilage. It also, when you can bale it with a higher moisture, it's actually a little bit better quality hay because it's not so dry and dusty and And it's just, you know, I'd a whole lot rather have a juicy steak than I had a dry one. It's basically the same principle. You know, as long as the hay don't mold, that's the main thing. Didn't go far. Darn things will roll off on you. I need to invent a baler that puts a scotch on every bale, so when you let it out, it rolls till it hits the scotch and stops. A little scotch of hay on there, you know, put a bump on it. You know, not something that looks weird, but like just a little knot on the side, so when it rolls, it'll hit that knot and stop. I know I'm dreaming now. All right, we'll check back with y'all in a little bit. Well, I didn't get done baling today because the dew got the hay wet enough that I wanted to quit. It's up there about 28%. So I went and got the hay grapple for the square bales. I'm gonna stick it on the John Deere. Try to get these square bales up right quick before the sun goes down and the dew really sets in. So it's already pushing 7 o'clock this evening. I gotta go up here and unhook this John Deere from the baler. But I gotta get this strap off this bale grabber. Tie grabber. Coons tie grabber. I really like this thing. After I finally got through the learning curve of using it, it really makes a big difference on keeping the hay on the trailer. I mean, you basically don't have to put any straps on it from the field to the barn. You just put it on there. As long as it's got them strings on it, go for it. It's pretty incredible. All right, let's get started on this operation. All right, I think I got everything hooked up right. Yeah, do it to it. Oh me, out here late again, and then I still gotta go bury a horse here in a little bit. And it's 7 o'clock. I still gotta eat dinner, or eat supper, go bury a horse, and then I gotta unload a tractor and trailer load of logs, because I have to leave at 6 o'clock in the morning to go get a load of firewood logs. So, and I possibly have to go get 2 loads of firewood logs tomorrow. And I got to ted the hay that I mowed this morning, which is about 25 acres. And I got to finish baling this. I don't know whether I'm going to round bale it or square bale it. I got about 1,000 bales of hay. Yeah, it's going to be over 1,000 bales of hay to unload at the barn, so I can get ready to start baling on what I mowed today. And I feel all right. I'm feeling good. I don't feel bad. I don't feel like I'm wore out yet, but it's just non-stop right now. I mean, just one thing after another. It's firewood season, and then of course I couldn't get any logs when I wanted to get logs so they could be drying out. But now I got to get all these logs. Come on. Ah, man, I just screwed up. Yep, I just screwed up. I hit the wrong button. I'll be back. I think we're good. Yeah. Oh man, it's just one thing after another right now. I was talking about, I wanted to buy logs last spring, early spring, so they could be drying for a year. Well, that didn't work out. Didn't have any to buy then. But now that it's time to start cutting firewood and obviously getting up second cutting hay, where I'm extremely busy, now we're trying to, now he's in a hurry to get them hauled in. He's wanting to move his knuckle boom, and I ain't keeping up because I'm trying to do this. I hauled one every day but Friday last week, I think. Got there early in the morning. Friday, only reason I didn't go Friday is because I had to keep my boy. I have to keep him on Friday mornings. My youngest boy. Take him to the babysitter when he wakes up. I'm not really allowed to wake him up. But anyway, it's fine. I can run this grapple way better on them two Massey tractors than I can this one. I've tried, I've done the best I could do with this tractor, but the visibility off of it just really makes it a lot more difficult than, I run it on the Massey Ferguson. I didn't film it, but I did run it on it. And I know old Mike Savage, he asks me all the time if I've run this on the 5711 yet. Yes, Mike, I have run it on the 5711 and it works beautifully. I mean, it's probably the best tractor that I have to run it on because you can still see good and you have the weight to handle the grapple and the hay with no problem. I mean, if you hit a huge bump with the rear wheels, you can jerk the wheel off the ground, but this one will too. I've had the wheel come off the ground carrying around this tractor. Believe it or not, this grapple will jerk the wheels off the ground on this tractor. on this big 6110 tractor. But you have to hit something pretty hard, hit a hole pretty hard, but it'll do it. I was surprised. I was like, oh, crud, man, we're going to turn this big tractor over carrying this little old thing. But something about the weight of it sticking way out there it's very deceiving. But anyway, it is what it is. I know y'all, some people suggested putting a camera out there. Well, I've got a camera out there. You would be surprised how little you can see with a camera. Let's put it that way. It just don't work like you think it should. When it comes to doing like precision work, like trying to get this grapple on something, or I don't know, you just don't have any depth perception or something. It works good for monitoring something, you know, just looking at something. Like, I'm sure it would work good for just looking at the bales on the accumulator, make sure they're all going where they should go, which I do plan on putting one on my accumulator because of that reason. But as far as trying to hook up stuff and stuff like that, or get onto some bales so you can pick them up, it's just not what you would think. It's not what you would think. All right, let's see. I round baled. See, the counter said 121 when I started round baling, and I round baled until it said 155, and all that was baled on this farm and the farm across the road, and also another 850 square bales. See, that 850. That was just one day though, so it was, and another 370. Yeah. So it was over 1,000 square bales, and it was 1,200 and some square bales, 1,260 square bales when I looked at the counter before I reset it today, and that was on this man's farm here, this rented farm that I'm doing, and plus the 155 round bales. So this place has turned off some hay. And I did fertilize it good, so I'm not surprised, but I am surprised. Last year, I got 50 round bales off the whole farm, and I was highly disappointed. And then, but I was kind of expecting it to not do, you know, I was expecting it to be disappointing this year also, but this year it's been very impressive, and I got more hay than I know what to do with here. So I know what to do with it. Obviously, I need to sell it, and that's not difficult to do. But it just blew my mind how much difference it was between this year and last year. Which it got dry last year after I cut first cut, and this year it got wet after I cut first cut. So there's your difference. All right, I'm gonna let y'all go. I appreciate y'all watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. Please comment, rate, and subscribe. Somebody wanted to know how you rate a video. Well, you give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down. So that's how you rate a video. So, all right, talk to y'all later.